Well, it was Easter week, that I do remember, because we had the store very well stocked with produce for Easter. And I believe it was Good Friday, the day it happened, of that year. And we had been in the store all day long, and we kept staying there, thinking nothing was going to happen. My brother worked for me at that time. His name was Tom. He's since deceased. And about 2:30 in the afternoon, we kept staying there, thinking nobody would bother us. And we got a little scared, and we just left. And I had a little truck, had to back down Madison Street, because anybody that went up Madison, especially if they were white, they were throwing bricks, bottles, anything, had cars going by. And there was a liquor store over in the corner. They were taking liquor and beer and wines out of that openly, with the police standing over on the corner with guns. But nobody shot anybody. I mean, we didn't have that problem. And so we left there about, I know it was 3 o'clock exactly. And I went down to the corner, and there was a black lady down there. She happened to be one of my good customers and thought the world of me. She made me sit on her steps down the corner of 5th and Madison and told me not to leave. And she told these other guys, "Don't you touch this man or I'll kill you." She was a neighbor. So we stayed there, and finally she walked me down to 4th and Madison, and I had to leave because I got scared. And I went home. And I went home, and I lived at 8th and Franklin at the time in an apartment house with my wife, who was pregnant at the time.
Were you scared at all of what was going on?
Oh yeah, I was scared. Yeah, I was scared. I mean, I kept staying there, but all of a sudden I started to really get scared, and I thought I'd better leave. Didn't want to take no chances, because they threw a firebomb in there right after we left. Shortly after we left, it went up a firebomb. Just burned the whole store down right to the ground. There was a black guy next door to me, had a fish market, and he also got burned to the ground. And he was a real nice fella. And a paper bag store above him, they burned him to the ground. He was Italian. And so, like I said, the cars, you couldn't go up Madison Street. Everybody was scared to drive up because they were throwing bricks, bottles, anything they had, they're just throwing at them. The whole neighborhood at the time. They had Italian people out here in this neighborhood that was very bitter against them. They was on the roofs with machine guns and everything, right across the street here. Machine guns up and down the street, and they had guns all over the roofs here. They wouldn't let them come out here at all. And in fact, they were getting ready to go down 4th Street. They were going to kill every black inside, including the kids, till the pastor of St. Anthony Church, he stopped them. They were really bitter, the Italian people. But this Italian was not. I was not bitter at all. I was hurt. I never was bitter about anything like that. I was worried about my wife being pregnant, and worried about being out of a job, of course, and no place to go. And we had no insurance on the building. We couldn't get it because of the what they called down the valley. And it was pretty hard to get insurance down there. So when I left there, I was broke. I mean broke. Had about $3 or $4 in my pocket. They wanted equal rights with the rest of the white people. And they thought they weren't being treated right. So they were taking that on everybody, including me. Once these agitators, that's what I still say, was people from outside that stirred the neighborhood up. Agitators, as far as I was concerned.